So I have to ask, what made you want to get started in the ESG industry? Was it something that you've always had a passion for?
Yeah, sure. I guess it's a million-dollar question, right? In terms of
Yeah.
do I take the entrepreneurial leap? So I guess I've always been quite passionate and curious about the environment more generally. I was very lucky enough as a child to have some pretty cool experiences in nature. And that's been a kind of long-term thing for me throughout my life. And then more recently in 2020, in the lockdowns here in the UK, there wasn't a great deal to do, to be honest. And I took that time to educate myself a bit on personal finance, investment themes. And whilst I was doing that across various articles, blogs, audiobooks, this keyword ESG kept popping up again and again. And for me, the more I read into this space, the more I found it pretty exciting. And for me personally, maybe quite hopeful. And so the more I learned, the more I got excited about it. And the more I decided, wow, this data is fantastically important and valuable. But currently, it's only being used by financial services professionals, people working in pension funds, investment banks. And because it covers the performance or how a business operates, that information is useful to more business stakeholders than just the status quo. And as I've worked in sales before, Proco is, without boring your audience to tears, Proco was the next logical step in that journey.
That's great. So what made you want to choose Salesforce as a platform to build out your product on?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I think, first of all, it's the world's number one CRM by market share. Yeah, more than 100,000 companies worldwide of various sizes trust Salesforce as their business brain. So that's a really credible and trusted environment to build our business in. But there's also other aspects to it. Salesforce has two of its five values are equality and sustainability, which really align with our mission at Proco to help the world become more ethical and sustainable faster. So there's a nice mutual alignment, I suppose, there. And then I guess in terms of our users, our approach is really all about rather than asking our users to learn a brand new standalone piece of software, we want to make it easy for them by building an extension to how they already work. So they don't have to sit through hours and hours of training. It's plug in and play.
Wow, that's great. As you mentioned, this is a plug and play solution. Are
No
there
problem.
any challenges that a customer might face implementing Proco? So would there be something that the users would need to think about before plugging it into their Sales Cloud?
Sure. At the moment, as you say, we're a plug and play product available in the App Exchange. So its setup is relatively easy. However, we would really recommend to our customers that they have good data hygiene in their Salesforce because that really gives them the best results.
Awesome. So I'm assuming that you guys use Salesforce internally, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, great. Yeah. So how are you guys using it internally? Are you guys on Sales Cloud or what clouds are you guys using for Proco?
Yeah, sure. So we use a souped up version of Sales Cloud for want of a better term. It's called a partner business organization. Some of your audience might be familiar with it, but basically it's Sales Cloud plus specific apps that help us manage Proco as an app exchange partner. And yeah, we love it basically.
Good. That's great. So this is our last question, but what's new? I mean, are you guys planning on launching any new products in the next 12 months? What's the future for Proco?
Yeah, so we are pretty much brand new. We're a baby in the ecosystem. The current version in the App Exchange was only released in May of this year. So at the moment, we're collecting early customer and advisory feedback, which is great. And that's helping us to shape the roadmap and our product roadmap in the best way possible. I don't want to promise specific dates, but in the very near future, next couple of weeks, we are releasing our next version of the Salesforce app, which will be lighter, leaner, more data, faster, which is really exciting. And also simultaneously, we'll be releasing our first API product, which will give our customers more flexibility for how they use our data across Salesforce. At the moment, we're quite a small team. We're trying to really nail our first value proposition, which is the Sales Cloud Sales Intelligence solution. But yeah, from there, the sky's the limit, really. I guess our core ethos is to get this really powerful data in and have it enriching people's working lives in as many ways as possible. So yeah, we'd gladly welcome any ideas, any feature suggestions from the Banjaxed audience.
That's great.